Welcome to episode 4 of Around the LumberYard. I am Liam Sample here with Chris Mickelsen and Lumber Kings assistant coach Tyler Monkman. So before we get into it, guys, second half is now underway. How's everyone doing as we enter the second part of the year?
Welcome back, guys. I'm back off the road, another long road trip. As a fan, frustrating end to the first half, unfortunately. I can only imagine how the coaches and players feel that knowing like not going to be able to host a playoff game. That just sucks.
Yeah.
Especially after last year's.
What did it come down to, Liam, percentage points wise?
I didn't do the math because once the game got rained out, it was over. So I didn't even look. I know that, had we played that game against Cape, we would have clinched the home playoff game, but also had we played that game, Quincy may have done something different against Illinois Valley. So we could play the game of what ifs all day, but at the end of the day, you go into Quincy with 2 shots to win and to clinch the playoffs and you don't get it done. There's no one else to blame except yourselves, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
So,
no, I was just curious because we left a lot of games out there. It really came down to us not executing what we should, where we had some games where we're up 6-0 in the midway part of the game and we lose one. And some of those rainouts, I think, earlier hurt a little bit. But Cape's playing well, so there's no guarantee we go down there and win anyway. It's just stuff that we did earlier in the in the season where it's like, dang it.
Yeah.
It was definitely in our control.
But that's the best part about the summer ball format, right? Is everyone's on a fresh slate. And now it's a reset. You have one less team to worry about to try to get back into the postseason. The 2024 team, that was my first year in the Prospect League. I was working for Burlington at the time. I thought they were a really fun team to watch here. And they got beat out by Illinois Valley, who went on to win the league. And they got it done. They got it done. Chris, I'm sure you do.
Oh yeah,
you obviously worked for that team. Yeah,
Your favorite team?
Yeah, that was a
good year.
Very frustrating because Illinois Valley's nemesis of mine. I'm not afraid to say it.
So yeah, but now in second half, good start, 2-0, pretty impressive win over Alton on Saturday, hitting 4 home runs, and then going to Burlington down 5-0 and rattle back 8 runs in 3 innings to win that game. So, Coach, were there any you dropped that game in Quincy, we go to Cape and get rained out. Were there any internal conversations or anything that sort of happened internally after that of just trying to reset, put it behind us, and really embrace that second half?
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad thing we got rained out. Guys got to go hang out together. Did some bowling, did some bags and pool, and just got to kind of reset and realize, hey, we're still here to get better and have fun. And yeah, we want to win, and we want to obviously bring championships. But at the end of the day, it's we're all just kind of remembering why we're here, and that's to get better and improve and have a good time. So those guys being able to kind of to sit back on a rain out and be able to enjoy each other and kind of regroup and enjoy each other is big.
Yeah, I think that's a good note by you, and obviously it's just unfortunate that the end of the first half comes in the midst of a 6-game road trip. It's a very tough situation, but I thought the way the team responded on Saturday with hitting 4 home runs at Alton and winning the way they did, it was a complete takeover at the end of the game, was pretty impressive, and seeing the power finally come through was pretty cool too.
Yeah, we got some guys that got in the lineup, or some guys that might have been struggling to get hot there, and I think it was just a day to take out the frustration and start fresh. So it was good. It was a good day.
It's a great way to start the first half too. Just smashing double-digit runs scored. I like the trend of keep scoring a lot of runs. You're going to win a lot of ball games doing that. So
yeah, I would say on that though, this game where the bats go cold, but pitching and defense can't to win.
Yep.
So when we get later on and we get into playoff and we want to actually make a statement, I think we need to clean up some of the pitching and defense and
pitching for sure. Just because I see our team ERA is in the mid-6s.
Yeah.
It's a full effort, so I don't want to isolate anybody, but I think pitchers would agree. We just got to be better.
Mm-hmm.
We got to execute better, and we got to work around the zone a little bit better, and they will.
Pound the zone and trust your defense.
Yeah.
And through 2 games in the second half, 2 pretty good pitching efforts, and I thought yesterday in Burlington was one of, if not the best pitching efforts of the year. You give up 5 runs early and then throw up 6 straight zeros to end the game, and it was by committee. I want to give a shout out to our pitcher of the week, Jai Jensen. I'd have to look When's the last time a Clinton pitcher had 2 wins in 1 week? That is not. There's no way that's happened. That hadn't not happened very often.
Both times out of the pen.
Yeah, that too. Both times coming out of the bullpen too. I mean, that was a pretty awesome week for him. But yesterday he gets the win in Burlington and just comes in and gets the job done. It was very impressive.
Yeah, that's the definition of a shutdown guy, where you just come in a situation where you gotta really just stop the bleeding and give us time to recollect on the offensive side. And he did a great job coming in and just shutting the door and allowing us to get them kind of shift the momentum to where our guys, with the bats can start to chip away. So he did a great job shutting them down there.
I hope that's a trend going forward. Not being down 5-0, but the never quit, just never out of a game mindset is a key thing to have in this sport.
Well, yeah, with us, we've proven to score a lot of runs every game, so I don't think we ever really think we're out of anything. It's just a matter of, can we stop the bleeding on the defensive pitching side, and we know we're going to score.
For context, Lumber Kings down 5-0 going into the 6th inning in Burlington after Burlington starter, Iowa's Tate Slagle throws 5 hitless innings and score 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th to win the game 8-5. And Jensen came in. I thought the most impressive part of the outing, to fixate on it, was you guys score 3 and are within 2 runs going into the bottom of the 6th, and Jensen comes in and throws a clean 6th inning. That's been a problem for this team, is being able to put up zeros after the offense scores, and he just made it look so easy. And then in the 7th, it was over after the offense really got going there. So
yeah, his stuff has always played.
It's really
just
good.
a matter of just being confident and just going to compete and trust his stuff. And the last 2 times he's done that, he's been very effective. So he continues to do that. I expect him to be able to repeat, and we be able to use him a lot. So
Yeah, shutdown innings, that's very key when you score a crooked number in the top half of an inning. The team's coming up and they know they have to respond. And that's what we did at home last week. We just kept Burlington. I think it was Burlington. They scored, and we just came out like, all right, we're gonna get back. We're getting that run back.
Yeah, continue.
And Burlington wanted to get those runs back as add-on, because they know, I think we've had the reputation now that we can score in bunches. So no lead is safe when you play us.
It's constant pressure, just how we like it.
And maybe the coolest moment of the year was Isaac Sobieschek. It's a go-ahead 2-strike, 2-out home run off of Burlington's closer. 423 feet was the TrackMan on that home run. Off the bat, did you know it's gone, Monk?
I knew it was well.
Sound, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can usually hear the sound, and he's a big guy, and the ball.
He's big.
Yeah, and the ball jumps, and I'm just like, yeah, that's got a chance.
Did you even look at it?
We had a little, that one. That one you watched, that was impressive, and had a little bit of wind with it.
Yeah, very much so.
So you knew, but yeah, that ball was hit well.
That was it. Well,
Yeah.
well, previous to that, and granted, you're right, there was a lot of wind blowing out. He hit a 380-foot fly out previous to that in the game. And the next at bat, he hits the ball 420 feet. I was like, what is going on right now?
He was catching barrels.
Yeah, he was.
He was locked in for sure. When you have an outsider that good, it's nice to see. And like you said, it was an off-speed pitch. It was a hanger, and he smashed it.
He didn't miss.
No, it was great. It was good.
What was when you looked at tell me your perspective of it. Did you look in the dugout first? What was going through your head?
When he hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just like, when he rounds the bag and he's just cheesing, I'm just cheesing, and it's always that good hand, that good high five as you're rounding the bag, and he's just cheesing, and it's like, yeah. And I always root for him, and I got a pretty decent relationship, and he was, seeing him happy is always a good feeling, yeah.
Him, and then, funny enough, Gavin Aubrey then hits a home run the next inning, and I think those are 2 guys who don't show a lot of emotion, and they both were smiling in those moments. Those were big home runs in that game.
The salamander, right? The guy just puts his face and body and everything, and anytime you can get a smile out of Aubrey,
it's pretty impressive.
A good day. Yeah.
He was smiling after that home run.
A grin.
Little grin, yeah.
If you get teeth, then you really got it. And he's getting there. He's opening up a little bit, but I'd say it was a medium for him. But yeah, he was happy.
I think his was hit well. It was in the high 3s, I think, but it was just a laser over the left field fence, and I feel like that's a swing. It's very spinny. It's very low all the time. It's just crushed. That one's crushed.
He's that guy that, and that's those things that kind of make you a little more special, is when you can take a ball that's head high that continues to rise, like that low drive, that low golf drive when you're really hitting it starts slow. He has a lot of those baseballs. He's not like a big home run guy where he's just going to make it rain. His are going to be a lot like that, those low line drives.
Those low line drives to the gaps, which is just key.
Impressive, yeah.
Yep, you love seeing those. That's the kind of hits you want to see.
Yeah,
I know you do. After many hours of conversations about baseball that we've had
I'm
over
not
the
big.
years.
I'm not big on the ball in the air. I mean, obviously certain guys can, but
Hit the ball to the gap and run.
yeah, if you can backspin the ball to where it starts out head high like that, and it's going to get in the gap or over the fence, you take them that
And
way.
you're just putting pressure on the defense at that point to make good throws because that's extra bases. So.
Yeah.
Aubrey is top 10 in the league in home runs, RBIs, slugging percentage, on base percentage, and leads the league in hit by pitches. That's what I figured out today.
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman. I'm going against a lot. There's some older guys in this league. It's a really good balance in this league, and the fact that he's in those stats is impressive.
I'll throw the cliche out there. The future's looking bright. How about it? So that kid has got a bright future.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's a lot of buzz around him. We're not going to try to project where he goes, but we've thrown out those scenarios.
Yes.
But, yeah, and he won't even know this. He won't hear it because he's just that type of guy. He's not a media guy. He doesn't. I bet he doesn't even know his numbers. I bet he doesn't care.
No.
He's just a quiet guy that goes about he loves the game. He loves the process. He doesn't talk. He works hard. He's a coach's dream.
Yeah, I mean,
the kind of guys I know Tyler, wanted is
work hard, be quiet. Your play will speak for itself.
Yep.
You don't need to talk.
Let your bat do the talking for you.
When you're good, they'll tell you how good you are. If you're okay, you usually try to tell people how good you are.
The Lumber King record for runs batted in a season is 36, and that was through a whole year. Matt Sherman back in 2022, he went to Creighton. Aubrey's at 33 through 22 games. I mean, he's on pace to break it this week.
Shatter.
Yeah, he's on the pace to absolutely shatter it. And he could break the home run record.
He can do it tomorrow, or tonight, I guess, when this drops. We're dropping this on a Tuesday, special Tuesday drop.
Yeah, so, I mean, with the Tuesday drop, this is why Aubrey announces an all-star coming this morning, and then Keegan Luxum's the other all-star for the team. So those two guys both getting their flowers, and yeah, they both definitely deserve it. Very effective for this team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both have been great. Luxum's been really good at home, obviously, and excited to have them back home for the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Bash, always a good time in Clinton.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, as a D1 arm, you gotta be ready for the pressure, and that's gonna be fun. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of fun.
And he can show some moxie on the mound too.
Yes.
He can bring a little bit of extra.
He has it.
When he's on, he walks off the mound with a little bit of authority and
Swaz.
Does that walk off that just after a called third strike and he just has that walk off the mound.
Yeah.
Speaking of 4th of July, that's coming up this week. Expecting a massive crowd, and hopefully the weather holds out like we were talking about earlier prior to recording. But
it's a big birthday, big 250.
250. America's looking good at 250.
Yeah, looking bright.
This is a big moment for me. I mean, like, funny enough, I was on a podcast right on cue with it was back in the spring, and it was right after I took the job, and that was like one of the things I talked about was very important. This job was July 4th. Like, I can remember it being as an away announcer. So back to July 4th should be a fun one. I mean, you can get tickets now, lumberkings.com/tickets. I know, Chris, you're excited to work it. Coach, I know you're excited to coach it. And obviously I'm excited to be part of it from the broadcast front. So it should be one of, if not the most fun days of the year here this summer at Nelson Court Field. Last thing we'll touch on before we wrap this one up a little bit shorter this week is just new guys coming in, Coach. I mean, first of all, I've been refreshing the roster all day today, trying to make sure they're all in there, but they are, so that's good.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys we're excited about. I know Bazil got it activated today. Chance Key just signed. He's a returner from last year. Samler's another one that is he Mississippi? Do you know what school he is?
Delta?
No, that's Winburn's Delta State.
A Delta State.
Samler is a catcher he's from one of the Mississippi schools.
Okay.
So it'll be exciting to see all these guys who, I mean, if they're anything like some of the bats we saw in the first half, it's going to be a really fun second half. I think you would agree to that, Coach.
Yeah, we get some good depth behind the plate with Samler and Burgess, and that with obviously Thine and Fromm. So gonna have some good depth there, and really stacking up the middle with.
So yeah, a lot of new signings coming for the second half. Should be very exciting, and good buzz here this week. 4 home games, or really 5 home games because of the doubleheader on Sunday. So 5 home games coming up this week, 2 at Burlington. Like I said, a very fun week. Chris, you got any final thoughts before we send this one out?
I'm really looking forward to these new guys coming in, creating more havoc on the ball, playing Burkhardt baseball as it has been now coined. You, Liam, you.
Awesome.
Just looking forward to the 4th. Everyone coming out, 5,000-ish strong, and for the players, I know that's one of their favorite days of the year, just because there's so many people here, and the Clinton fans can be very rowdy on the 4th, and then the fireworks afterwards. So come on out, have some fun, be loud, be very loud.
Absolutely. Well, that's episode 4 of Around the Lumberyard. We'll be back next Monday for another episode. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.